those down south. We're a small little country in the North Atlantic, coastal region of the Pacific, near Oceania. We are a smaller province, but we like to be independent. I brought my delegation with me in the back, but I will be your summit president for the temporary afternoon 20-minute hour. This is my clerk, Seth, also from Manual Sign, Manual Steam for those down south. I do have my doorkeeper, Jacoby, back there. He's the enforcer of fun times. And I hope that everybody's been settled in. I hope everybody's had a chance to mingle, get to know one anybody, and hopefully you guys are ready to do some of this here. Not fight, this isn't violence. But I hope you guys are ready to debate and have a good time this afternoon and get some training. Just a few housekeeping points. This is Summit 13. For those of you who are not supposed to be Summit 13, you may want to double check with all the Y staff. Maybe you're down the hall, around the corner, or one of the other rooms. So make sure everybody is supposed to be in Summit 13. Thank you. Thanks for being honest back there. You are in the wrong room. Check your name tag, make sure that you got the right name tag on, you're from the right school, right delegation, right country. Those of you from Armenia, go ahead and leave.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Randall, but guys, I know this is kind of lighthearted, but you should be following along in your packets. Because what you'll notice is he's actually doing a fairly good job of an introductory.
Fairly.
But also please notice that he's not reading it word for word. He's adding his own Randall flavor.
Yeah, like 20-minute hours. Because of Randall's style.
Right, sorry to have ruined your flow.
Oh, no, you're fine. Okay, moving on.
You want me to kick him out?
We're going to rank these by debatability. Is the proposal good at debate on both sides, not just one or the other? Kind of equal. Can we get some nitty gritty on it? Basically, what I want to know. Is it feasible? Is it realistic? Having a proposal that everybody in the world should own a dog? Not really feasible. Realistic? No. Let's be real here. Creative and original. We have human trafficking bills every year. We have the nuclear weapons bill proposals, but something new, which you guys do things every year, like green this and green that. I know on floating island that close to the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, it's cool, like the Death Star. Importance to the world, that's very important. How important is it not just for your country, but for every other country? Honestly, one of your best strategies is it going to benefit everybody? And last one, preparation presentation. With the people that are presenting, are they prepared? Are they just standing there stuttering? They seem like they did their homework? If they didn't,
they need to be bill holders.
Doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No zeros, sorry. You get at least one for showing up. Okay. Keep all this in mind. At the end, we'll be giving out a fabulous prize. I got some teriyaki, Bass Pro Shop Uncle Bucks.
What kind of like
Kipper beef steak here.
It's unfair. They'll just hand you the piece of paper. Yeah, we made them.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely. So, good luck.
Yeah.
Now, a word on procedure. We'll start with the author's opening speech. My clerk, keep that.
Yeah.
Then we'll move on to a series of, we'll do an opening speech, series of 10 questions, pro-con debate, closing speech, and then you guys have a chance to rank the bills. Proposals. I'm sorry. Questions before we begin. Also, just to make sure you all know, questions, short, fact-based, not technical, not debatable. All right? Make sure you yield your time to the next person. We're not going to be doing all this double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, bajillion yielding. All right? You only get 1 minute. Everyone understand? Questions, comments, concerns, death threats, prayer requests? No? Okay. Finally, remember to have fun while you're at the summit, because this is a training. This is what we're all about here. All right? Community roll call.
No, you're fine.
It is now time for proposal number 72. Will the authors of 72 come forward?
Yeah. My battery's gonna die.
The clerk will now read the title of this proposal. Clerk.
Okay. A proposal to enact nuclear weapons, not nuclear weapons in all big 4 countries. 4 or 5? 5.
You guys don't have that one? Drew? They don't have that one.
I just came up with it. Are we supposed to?
Yeah.
Dang it. I like mine better.
Sorry.
A proposal to fine companies that sell products made with child labor. Right there?
The author will have the author will have 3 minutes to explain his or her opening and summation speeches. You may begin.
Jacoby Washington, representing Randall Stein, Sir Chair. I want to tell you a little something about child labor. For the past couple of years, children have been coming in and out of countries, worn out, tired, sweating. Why? Because of child labor laws. Now, I want to tell you, this cannot be enacted. This cannot be pushed forward to seem good, to seem that countries can do this. We need to stop this now. And by doing this, we find the companies that do it. What are companies that do it? The Oprah Network. Let me tell you something. Do you think that they get everywhere because they're awesome and they have satellites? No, they have children. And children are the reason why we live. What are they doing? They're being put to work. You can't have this. So, what I propose that we do is that we go to each company, we tell them, hey, we know that there's something going on here, there are children coming out, and they're being tired, and we don't like that. So we give them a warning first. Next time, boom, a fine. Time after that, we shut down their company. This is what we need to do. And as the UN, we can do this. So, I propose to you today, we need to stop these laws and stuff and make sure that we get through and stop children from working. Yes. Thank you.
Seeing as the author used 1 minute and 21 seconds for their opening speech, they will have 1 minute and 39 seconds for their closing speech. And that's math. Make sure you stay on top of that. Yes.
60 minus what? 60 minus 19.
Right. Seeing as the author, okay. Now we're going to move on to a series of technical questions. Do I have anybody that has a technical question? You, sir? You, ma'am? I don't know what that is. Okay, that's all. Anybody else with a question? Technical question. Anybody else? Okay. Yes, you name, country, school, all that good stuff. Thanks.
How much are you going to find?
Andrew Guy, representing Randall Steen. The fines, in section 4 you read that the funds produced from the fines will be used to follow streets. They'll be fined in a proportional amount to how many children they are involved.
St. Lucas representing Clear Clay High School, and so how will this proposal work? Mr. Chair. How will this proposal work in reference to existing national legislation? Like, for example, the United States already has legislation against child labor, so will this supersede all national legislation?
Well, you see, the thing is, the UN is really, the UN has to go through, and really, their law supersedes everything, and they just, they go into a country, and they tell the country that they can't do it, and there's just so many things that go into it, I have to say that Randall Stein is probably one of the most important countries, and I think it supersedes, the United States. And so I think that yes, these laws will supersede those, and that there'll be a lot of stuff going on. But I don't want to get into that. But still, there are things that go on. What? Oh.
Any other questions?
I'd just like to point out that in a real world scenario, that probably could have been cut off a little bit earlier.
He was on a roll.
Rex always is.
We're recording this one.
At this time, Senate questions ended. We will now move to protocol debate. As the other speakers taking the speech in favor, we will now move on to a speech opposed. Are there any speeches against? Sir in the jacket, big name jacket. Sir in the blue shirt, big name jacket. And the gray jacket, green name jacket. Wait. Do I have any speeches in favor? Name in front, name jacket. Sir in the blue shirt, big name jacket. Any more speeches against or for?
Charlie Norwood, representing DuPont Manual High School, representing Armenia. Sir Chair. I don't believe that this bill is feasible because there's going to be a lot of problems actually enforcing it. It's very hard to get, this bill doesn't really outline who specifically will be going to these nations or these companies and actually enforcing these fines and shutting down these companies. While I admit that it is a good idea and I don't support child labor myself, I do not think that this bill has set up, or this proposal has set up enough, rules and regulations in order to.
We will now have a speech in favor.
Olivia Sharp, representing Sacred Heart Academy, representing Equatorial Guinea, Sir Chair. I agree with this bill, and I encourage you to vote for it because, as stated in the justification clause, over 2 million children in the world today are involved in child labor, and it can do mental harm, physical harm, it's just damaging to children's lives, and so I don't think children should have to suffer that because they are the future, so I encourage you to vote for this bill.
And now we will have a speech against, and I do encourage you all to yield your time.
Matthew Kinderman, representing high school, representing Antarctica. Sir Chair, and I'd like to reserve the remaining time of my rebellion assignment. I don't think child labor is an issue because this labor provides money for the families, and also, like take Nike for example. Would you want to pay double the amount it's because of this child labor that we get our goods so cheap, and it was a great thing.
You have 26 seconds to go.
Okay. I am against this bill because I like watching Oprah.
Can you address the chair now?
Mary Turner, representing Weston Catholic High School, representing Hungary, Sir Chair. I am against this bill because I like watching Oprah and I like getting free cars, and children who make free cars give me free cars, and I like free cars. Thank you.
Seeing how that was a speech against, we will now have another speech in favor.
I'm Honorable representing Lincoln High School, representing the state of Zuckerberg. I yield my time to I really would be motivated for this proposal because I don't want my kids working. I don't want to go to school sleeping in their education.
I'm Dennis, representing Atherton High School, representing Andy and Sir Chair. My recent trip to Randallstein, I have seen the horrors that these child laborers have produced. I do not want these horrors to continue throughout the world. Please, vote for this.
Seeing how that was a speech in favor, we will now go to our final speech.
Anthony Levis, representing Henry Clay High School and the North Pole. Thank you, Sir Chair. So I certainly applaud the authors on their meritorious proposal. One issue I do take, and one issue I think you should consider when ranking, is its feasibility. And especially to consider the abruptness with which it's going to be enacted. In a lot of these countries, industries rely solely on child labor, or primarily on child labor. And if you strip them of this resource immediately, you will be hurting the country more than helping. Rather, if it were to be more of an adjustment process and countries had time to sort of develop fledgling industries removed from child labor, perhaps it would be more effective. But as it stands now, I believe this proposal isn't effective, and it would in fact hurt the families and the nation economy in its grand sense more. So counterintuitive effects, I urge you to rank it low on feasibility.
Chair calls for questions. Put my band on end. We will now go to our closing speech. Our proposal authors will now have 1 minute and 39 seconds for his summation.
Andrew Gatt representing Randall Stein, Randall Steen, sir, excuse me, to address the lovely lady in lavender, the companies will be aware of our...
You cannot refer to any other delegate. All right? What Andrew meant to say was to address a previous delegate, right, Andrew?
To address a previous statement made in a comp speech. The companies could follow the legislation and be aware that this proposal is being looked at, and so that in the near future that this might be passed, and so they can begin to move their labor force to more qualified candidates. And then once it does get passed, they do have the additional 90 days to move there. To address other speeches, yes, it may be unfair to raise the prices of our goods, but what is a few more cents to us for the life of a child? And to address another con about how this will be enforced. Well, as the enforcer of fun times, Sexy Rexy will find those child workers and the places that employ child workers and find them until they can't see straight. And so, all that being said, I do hope you rank this proposal highly, seeing that it is the next step we need to take in our world to help these children.